Hi, I'm Sunny. We're coming to you from Vision Quest, Phoenix's oldest and most respected metaphysical store, to the best of my knowledge. I take no credit for that. And we are going to have Third Eye Thursday. Now, Dylan is not here tonight. She is out of town. We gave her the night off. Actually, we freed her from the back room and took the chains off, and she's gone on vacation for a while. But we now have Nicole here, and Nicole is going to be my hostess with the mostest tonight.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey everybody, welcome in. Well, thank you so much for coming back and tuning in, or if this is your first time, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. My name's Nicole, and this is Sunny. Sunny's the talent tonight. Okay, great. So I just want to make sure I'm in it here.
And also here tonight, for those of you who can see him, you already know he's here, is my spirit guide, Ed, my late boyfriend who works the pendulum. And Ed, there he is. He's saying hi to everyone. He wants everyone to have a wonderful evening this evening and ask him lots of questions. As most of you know, he's very, very accurate. And he's got his own little fan club, so...
I'm a fan of Ed.
Yeah, everyone
Ed's great.
Ed's
Ed
great.
is great.
So, by all means, fire away with your questions for me and Ed.
Oh, hey, Jean. Nice to see you. Hi, Jill. Good to see you. Hey, Rhea. Nice.
Can I go ahead and say hi to Jay and Larry and Dottie and Jay? If Larry misbehaves, you have my permission to give him a couple of slaps. Okay? And Dottie, you have my permission to give both of them a couple of slaps.
Little love taps,
Yeah.
Right? Little love taps?
No,
okay.
No, go ahead.
No, oh, funny. Oh, hey, Andrea, excuse me, Bertha, Anna, Melissa, welcome, welcome. We're ready to take questions if you'd like, or at least start thinking about them on your end. I suppose since we have a little bit of time, I'll go ahead and mention what's coming up in the store. Sunny's going to be teaching a Reiki 1 certification course.
Yes.
Right?
That's correct. A week from this coming Sunday, from 10:15 to 11:45, I'll be teaching, 10:15 to 12:15, I'll be teaching Reiki 1. So if you've ever wanted to learn about universal healing energy, Unending, that is the place to come. I am a Reiki master teacher, and I will be showing you the ins and outs of hand placement, how to call forth the energy. So by all means sign up. If this is something that is calling you, then you and I need to get together. So don't forget to call the store and book ahead of time.
Absolutely. I'm so glad that she's teaching Reiki here. It's one of the most prevalent healing techniques that works with the quantum level, that's outside of space and time and basically permeates everything. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want to get tired out from kind of transferring your own energy, Reiki helps you tune into unending, like she said, universal life force energy. Mm-hmm. So that's always good. We also have Apollo, famous Apollo. He's going to be teaching this weekend. Learn how to see and hear your spirit guides and angels on Saturday, July 7th. And then on Saturday, we also have spirit messages with Miss Jerry. So these are going to be some really fun courses, but we already have some questions, so let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Anna has kind of a broad, general question. Any messages for her right now? Just anything that comes to you?
Yes. Anna, first of all, Ed would like you to know that he sees money coming to you, and he sees that money coming to you sometime this summer, specifically July or August. Now, I don't know if that's something you know about, or maybe it's a surprise of some sorts, but he sees some money coming your way. I'm also pulling some cards for you here, Anna, and what I see is that I'm getting a feeling that if you are working currently, you are going to be promoted, and maybe that's where the money's coming from. You're going to be promoted sometime around the end of the summer, the beginning of the fall. I see you moving into some sort of a leadership role, and that this is something you were born to do, okay? So don't turn it down. It's not too much. It's not something that you can't handle, so go ahead and take it. Take it on, because it means more prestige and money and challenges for you.
Okay, great. I hope that answers your question, Anna, and hopefully gives some clarity. We have another one from Carolyn. Okay? Carolyn says, how can she break her pattern of debt? How can she be financially abundant? I want to know. Tell me.
I want to know too. I'm laughing because, honey, you're barking up the wrong tree by asking me. However, I will tell you how you can break it. Being in debt is very much like being addicted to something, okay? It's so easy to pull a credit card out. You know, you don't have to even think about it at times. So what you need to do, and believe me, you really are talking to the choir here, because I've had to do this myself. What you need to do is you need to make a budget for yourself. You need to tell yourself how much you can afford to spend, and if you can't afford to spend it, you need to set a time aside to save for whatever it is that you want. It's too easy to pull a credit card out. My suggestion to you as a life coach, and I am a master life coach, my suggestion to you is to try and wean yourself away from credit cards if you can. Start paying them up, start paying them down, start to maybe only use 1 or 2 cards and try and pay down the rest. There are a lot of resources out there for you if the debt is really crushing. And so I applaud you for wanting to put an end to debt, and I trust that you will be able to look at your budget and see how you can trim some things down to control your spending. And like I said, you're singing to the choir. Those words of wisdom for me too.
Great. So Rhea, actually, before we get to your question, Rhea, I just want to kind of propose something to the people who are asking questions. It is okay to be slightly poignant and specific with your questions. When they're really broad and general, that's wonderful and we can pick up on things, but if there's really something you want to focus on, it's okay to be clearer in exactly what your question is, so we can always try that. So Rhea's wondering, what is the next move in her career?
Next move in your career? Well, I don't know what you're wishing for, but whatever it is you're wishing for in your career, you're going to get it very, very soon. Sometime within 30 to 60 days. If you want to move forward in your career, that opportunity is going to present itself to you. And I see you being a very reliable person. So because of that reliability, I'm getting that there may be some sort of opportunity or opening in 2 to 4 weeks. I would suggest you apply for it if it is something that's posted. But don't be surprised if somebody comes to you and suggests you for something that you had no idea that you could do. You can. Okay, so the next step in your career is one of promotion, and it's coming very, very quickly. 30 to 60 days.
Oh, that's great. Promotions are always wonderful.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Yeah, I want to be promoted again. Okay, so we have Andrea, and she's a little burnt out. Yeah, I don't think it's just the heat from Arizona either. So she's wondering, should she go back to school?
Yes and no. What do you want to do with your life, Andrea? What do you want to do? If what you want to do is something that's achieved through going back to school, and school's a broad-based area. It can be anything from going back to community college or college to going to a trade tech school, then I would suggest you do it. Education never hurts. The more you have, the better it is. So yes, I would suggest you do that. Unless what you really, really want to do, you already either have the education for, or is something that requires no formal educational training. Then in that case, I encourage you to pursue your dream. I encourage you to go forward and do what it is that your heart desires. And if you do that, you can't help but be good at it. And if you do that, the opportunity will follow.
Okay, great. So how do you feel about knowing the sex of babies? What do you think?
We are specialists at that.
Okay, cool.
We Stregas have a way of doing it with a needle and thread. But I can tell you that Ed loves predicting the sex of babies. So Ed is going to volunteer on this one. We're not even going to use the talking board.
So Bertha wants to know what the sex of her baby is going to be. And if by chance you have any idea her guardian angel's name, although I would have to say, Bertha, you could always call in, and one of our psychic readers, like Sunny here, could guide you through that experience so that you meet your guardian angel or your spirit guide, and then they can reveal themselves to you. I mean, we could always say, oh, this is the name, but what's going to really bring it home to your heart space and in your own energy is if it's something that is discovered by you, and we can support you in that.
I'm getting Raphael, and I'm getting, let's see, Ed, boy or girl? It's a boy.
It's a boy. It's a boy! Right?
Raphael. I'm getting Raphael. That was the first, the minute she
Raphael?
said Raphael.
Raphael?
Yes.
Okay, Raphael.
Yes.
Raphael is, we have Michael, which is protection.
Yes.
And Gabriel is healing. And then Raphael is?
A painter.
A painter. We're not talking about the Italian Renaissance, right? But Raphael is definitely one of the archangels.
Yes.
So that can be a starting place for you, Bertha.
Yeah,
which is
Bertha,
wonderful.
I think, and congratulations, Mazel Tov. That's wonderful. God bless you.
So we have January saying hi. Hey, January.
Hi, January.
And also Grace.
Hi, Grace.
And Tammy.
Hello, Tammy.
We also have, and lots of people are saying thank you for your answers. So far, everyone has tuned in. Very appreciative. And we appreciate you as well.
This is a gift. People, this is a gift from God. This is not hoodoo. This is a gift that God gives to people like me, to people like Nicole, to use for everyone's better self, for everyone's better health, their well-being. Now, like any gift, it can be misused. It can be mistreated. It can be manipulated for a bad purpose. But you won't find that here at Vision Quest, because nobody here at Vision Quest subscribes to that. We are in the light, and we are telling you what we feel you need to know to make your life better, to give you closure, to bring you forward.
Great. All right. So we have Jean. Jean asked a couple questions, so I'm going to try and maybe put them together.
Okay.
She's going through a lot.
Okay.
Jean's going through a lot. She wants to know when things will improve, and also, what month she's going to get a job.
Okay.
If you could.
I can do that for you, Jean. Jean, actually, Ed is going to do that for you. Ed says things are going to improve for you within the next 60 days, 60 to 90 days. And he says if you have resumes out there, if you've already put applications out there, you're going to start hearing something in August with a hire date of September. Now, as a former human resources recruiter, I can tell you that Ed is pretty well on target, because most companies, most places don't hire over the summer because people are off on vacation. It's too hard to get all the decision makers together. So they start gathering resumes and gathering applications over the summer to start doing the interviewing towards the latter part of the summer with a higher date of the fall. So don't give up. I do see things happening for you. I see peace of mind coming for you. The card I pulled is the card of patience, okay? Be patient, because it is going to happen for you, and it's going to happen for you in September.
Awesome. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice. It's just a little bit of time, you know?
Yeah.
And it'll be the right time, right, when it happens.
Yes, it will.
All right, so we have another general question. Melissa wants to know what's in store the next few months.
Sure, Melissa. Okay. Well, Melissa, you got to put your heartaches behind you. Okay? I'm getting a card here that there was some sort of breakup or some sort of parting of the ways with you and someone else. Okay? And I think you have some regrets over that. But when you move on from this, a year from now, you're going to think to yourself, you know what, I took a step backwards to go two ahead. So I believe that love will come back into your life by the end of the summer, the beginning of fall, and I believe you will no longer be static. I also believe that you are a thinker, so you're going to use your brain power. And someone who is Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries is going to come into your life, and this time they're going to appreciate you, not make a fool out of you. Because that's what I'm getting, is that you put up with an awful lot of craziness and mishigas, as we would say, and you didn't need to put up with that.
No, don't take it. Don't take it. Don't take it. Okay, so we have Rachel is asking, should she go after that flight attendant job? I want to come with you, Rachel, if you do.
Rachel, Ed gives you a big thumbs up. You most certainly should. I think you'd be fantastic. Now, Rachel, I hope you understand that being a flight attendant nowadays is not the same as a flight attendant was in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
That was a glamour job, and everybody wanted to be a flight attendant.
Pan Am, right?
No, Pan Am.
Pan Am.
Okay, but there are, I mean, it is an exciting life, and I believe that you are well conditioned to doing that and helping people and making a trip fun for people. You know, you can make or break a trip for somebody by your demeanor on a plane. So yes, I would go for that job. I think you'll get it, and I think you'll be fantastic at it.
Yes, I think so too. I definitely feel like a really, outgoing personality.
Yes.
With you. So that's just going to be right up your alley.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So it's going to take you places, which is going to be really fun. All right, so Valerie wants to know what's in future for her finances.
Ooh. Valerie, you are intuitive. And I think you already know that you know that you know. So, continue to balance the budget. Justice is going to be served to you. And I do see money coming, but not till the end of the year. That money is going to be coming through either directly or indirectly by work, and it's going to be coming by November or December. So use your intuition. Don't tell it to shut up or anything. You want to listen to it, because I do see that someone where you work or someone that has to do with finances is going to be helping you to multiply your funds. That's what Ed is talking to me about. He's talking to me about multiplying funds. So I think that you will, by the end of the year, you will be in a much better financial shape than you are right now.
I hope everybody's in better financial shape by the end of the year. Okay. Okay, so Tracy just celebrated her 16th anniversary. Yay! That is a round of applause for that one. What are some things coming up for her and her partner's future?
You two are a great couple. You have a lot of good luck around you. Now, granted, sometimes you sap each other's strength, and sometimes your partner acts immature, but you are good together. You are very happy together, and you complement each other. I am getting the wish card, so I believe that by first quarter of next year, whatever the two of you want to have happen will fall in your lap. So I see more of the same of good wishes and happiness for this partnership. I don't see any problems. What I do see is that you have the same ups and downs that every partnership has. So I commend you for sticking it out, and 16 more years. Here's to it.
Absolutely. What's great about long relationships is that they grow and transform. Remember, Ed, your spirit that's in the pendulum. You guys used to date?
This was my boyfriend in LA for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He was an actor, and unfortunately he had Wilson's disease, and he was an alcoholic. Now, Wilson's disease is very, very rare. It is a genetic disorder. He was missing the chromosome that purges copper from the body. And instead of the body getting rid of that copper, it goes into the liver, so it destroys the liver. He passed at 50. And
he wasn't involved in...
He thought this was all baloney, okay? But what he said to me when I didn't know I could channel him at the time, I had a contact him, he said, now he gets it. Now he understands. And he's with me because he always wanted to be a hero to people. And I told him that by doing this and partnering with me, since we always wanted to work together, by partnering with me, he could be a hero to people, because he could give people, he's not God, and he doesn't have all the final answers, but he could give people some insight from the other side that I might not be able to provide, that none of us might be able to provide.
I think it's beautiful that we're able to have an open channel to people that care about us or that were in our life, just as people in our family who passed away, or dear lovers, friends, etc. And celebrating the relationships and however they are is always wonderful. So we have Laura. Laura's wondering if she can get a reading about her current relationship.
Sure.
Okay, and also about her job. So maybe, I'm sure you'll be able to.
Oh, sure, I can do that. Okay, well, Laura, on the job scene, I'm seeing that you wish things would go back to more quiet. There's somebody at work that's definitely stopping you from moving ahead. But I think that person will be gone by the end of the year. Stay there, okay? For now, stay there, because I think your nemesis is on their way out. As far as your love life is concerned, you're up nights worrying about it. And I'm seeing someone who you should not be worried about. I see someone who gives you the cup of love unconditionally. I'm seeing someone who's got their act together. However, I do see another woman in the situation. Now, that could be an ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, and this person is the nemesis in your personal life. This is the person that's causing the problems. So my suggestion is to try and keep that person at arm's length if you possibly can. If they are a mother of a child that this person has with this woman, it's going to be hard. but try not to let this person get under your skin. Work, I am showing, you're going to know by December or January that you made the right decision in staying where you are, because that person that's giving you such a hard time is going to be gone. And if you leave now, you're going to kick yourself because you're going to hear about that person leaving and go, oh no, I should have stayed.
Okay. Heather has a question. How will the rest of her year go?
The rest of your year is good luck. Lots and lots of good fortune around you. Your strength will peak. You have intuition, so use it. You don't use it enough. And your finances will stay balanced. I think that you will find, if once we get through this Mercury retrograde, I think you will find that the rest of the year is a nice, happy, even flow. But don't forget to use your intuition, because that's going to keep you from making any hasty or silly decisions.
Sometimes those hasty and silly decisions are fun. Especially when I'm buying crystals.
Yes.
I'm like a crystal baby.
Yeah. Yes.
I really have spent a lot of time working with crystals, and they just like sing to me, they just sing, and they're just so much fun. And so I say every once in a while, be whimsical.
Yes.
Have fun.
Yes.
All right, Eunice says, what energy at work could be cleared with the management and the line staff? I guess there's some kind of tension between them, the management and the line staff, so what could be done?
Well, there's a whole bunch of things you can do without being intrusive. One thing you can do is, if you are Catholic, or even if you're not, I don't think that they would say anything, you can go in with a clean spray bottle, and get some holy water. And you can spray some holy water, and that will dissipate negativity.
Is holy water blessing? Like, is it blessing?
It's it's water that has been blessed by a priest, and then you can use it. I mean, you can use it for a lot of different functions. You can use it to have a house clearing. You can use it. I used to spray my table when I'd go to psychic fairs.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, so that's one thing. If you're not necessarily Catholic or Christian, that's okay too. You can bring to the workforce something for your desk that is a crystal of some sort that will dispel negative energy. Again, I'm thinking of things that would not be intrusive. Holy water doesn't have a smell to it. Now, I could tell you, if you didn't mind spraying some stuff that had a smell to it, you could get something called Florida water.
Oh, yes.
And that will dispel just about everything. It smells wonderful, by the way. It has a citrus smell, but it is powerful in dispelling negativity. You can get something called Palo Santo spray.
Yes, Palo Santo.
Okay, that dispels negativity, again, with an extremely pleasant scent.
That's a South American wood that comes from a tree.
Correct.
It actually takes 7 years for the oils to come out of the wood to create that kind of like licorice.
Yes.
It's kind of like a black licorice smell.
It's a very, very pleasant
really nice.
smell.
Really nice.
You can use sage. But again, these are things that will give off a smell. And if you're in the work environment, you kind of don't want to do that, because you don't know if people are allergic. You don't want to certainly make somebody sick by a smell that doesn't agree with them. So that's why I'm kind of limiting it to things that you can either put on your desk or that can be sprayed without anybody really noticing any difference. But it will clear the energy, and it will clear the air, and it will take away any negative forces. And you yourself, if you feel that you are being besieged by the negativity, you can do what I do, which is I wear a cross. You don't have to be particularly religious to wear a cross. You can also wear something that is a protection. I have protection stones I wear. I have my strega pendant here, which is the chemaruta, which is for protection. So you can wear something around your neck that will dispel any negativity around you. And I hope this helps, but it's very touchy in the workplace because, you know, a lot of places, they don't tolerate perfumes of any kind, so you have to be careful.
And one of the ways that smells like sprays and holy water is it has a vibration, a frequency. And so when you spray or anoint yourself with these, it informs your field. It informs your energy field and spreads out from there, okay? And so really the intention is what's most important. If your intention when you're using the crystal, and it's the full moon tonight, so if you actually put a glass out and a good crystal and put it under the full moon, you've got full moon water. Make sure to clean that crystal well and that it's maybe a quartz variety, okay? Only we want to be safe on what is in the water. Certain crystals don't do well in water at all. It's toxic. So if you have any crystals, you can make full moon water tonight, actually, which is the perfect time. But it informs your field.
Yes.
And it would make a resonance within your workplace. And so that's how it works. That's the whole idea as part of that. Just a little add-on. So we have Patty. Patty's moving to Arizona, which is exciting, to be closer to her family, so that's even more exciting.
Yes, all right, Patty.
And she's curious if you know what city she'll find a house. Is it Chandler, Tempe, Phoenix?
Ed will be able to find you the city. Ed, what city should she find her house in? And he is telling me to tell you to look in Phoenix. Look in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you will find a variety of places that will be within your budget. And I think by being in Phoenix, you will also get the lay of the land. Phoenix and Maricopa County are very user-friendly as far as roads are concerned. They actually have a grid system that makes sense. So that if you're on the east side of town, everything's a street, and if you're on the west side of town, everything's an avenue. And it's an easy city to get around. You don't have to be a genius to try and figure your way out around. So I would start in the city of Phoenix.
When I first moved here, it seemed really difficult, but it's actually amazing, and you're going to love the winters. So that's going to be really exciting. And you're going to love your family, so that's going to be even better.
Yes, welcome to Arizona.
Yes, welcome. So we have Tracy. What's in the future for her husband and herself?
Sure.
Finances and job, anything to speak on that?
Yes, I sure do. Tracy, a lot of your wishes are going to come true this year with a little bit of work. The next 6 months looks very, very good for both you and your husband. I'm seeing that, first of all, if both of you are working, you are respected in your place of work. Both of you are very highly thought of. I'm seeing that your husband may be working a little bit more than he should, but that's okay, as long as he takes a rest period, as long as he makes time for himself and the family. There's your wish card coming sometime around December or January. And then what I'm also seeing is that the two of you are off and riding well, and that this is going to be a year where you no longer are standing still. You are going to be moving forward, and you two are going to stay in love. So that's perfect. Can't do better than the Two of Cups.
Yay! I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And everyone, again, I just want to reiterate the thank yous and everything that are coming through with your questions. So again, we thank you for even asking, and she's just amazing. I love getting readings from her.
Please come and see me. Please come and see me. I'm at Vision Quest on Sundays all day, half a day Monday in the afternoon, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And we're going to be having a big psychic fair.
Oh, a big psychic fair.
Yes, I'm going to be doing a class on pendulums starring Ed, right, Ed? Pendulums, and how to work them and how to get them started. It's going to be a free class for half an hour, so please come. It's on the Saturday What are the dates? Do you?
July 14th and 15th. Now, this isn't just the weekend regular psychic fair. This is the psychic fair that we put on 2 times a year, where there's free lectures all day Saturday and all day Sunday, and the readings are at a special rate. So you can just call and book, and our phone number is 480-949-1888. So you can call and you can book with Sunny. She just gave her schedule, and also sign up for some of the free classes. I'll be teaching 1 or 2 on introduction to shamanic thinking and medicine men and women and the indigenous knowledge and what that means. So we always love doing the free lectures.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a loss for us. We love it because it's just about relating knowledge, because we're just part of your journey,
Yes.
right? We respect that, and we're just a part of it. And we love it. We love to be helping people. And doing this, we get a very unique sense of satisfaction and worth being there for people, especially in this way, and using your gifts.
Absolutely. That's what they're meant for.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have Fleur. And Fleur is currently looking for a new job, something that's going to give her security. Maybe be specific about this new job.
Well, first of all, you're an extremely smart lady. And Fleur, I would say that you are destined for something that has security in it. And I am getting, Ed is talking to me, and he's telling me, tell her to go into, he's saying money management, banking, money management, finance, real estate, anything that he feels and I feel will give you satisfaction and won't be yesterday's news, if you know what I mean, where in 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 months or 2 or 3 years, nobody's doing that anymore. So I would say the financial industry is something you might want to look into. I'm getting that you will make friends. It'll be something you like, something that will bring you in money, and that you will feel good about. And you will be using your noggin, which is very important, because I think you need to be challenged. And I think that if you go into the financial services industry in any way, shape, or form, and remember that means mutual funds, banking, financial services, financial planning, real estate, anything like that, I think you'll be very, very happy, because you'll make your own way and you'll make your own income, and you will walk away knowing you've been helping other people.
Is it like a banker?
Mm-hmm.
Like a banking type job?
But even more so.
Even more so?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Financial planner, anything like that.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we have John. And John wants to confirm they're on the right spiritual path right now. Very eclectic and let's see.
Yeah, John, you are on the right spiritual path right now, but I think you're making problems for yourself. Ed is telling me to tell you to lighten up. Okay? You're on the right path, but sometimes you can get in way over your head too much too soon. Relax, okay? You're on the right path. Continue to do what you've been doing. Be patient with yourself, especially, okay? Don't put too much emphasis on the outcome, because outcomes sometimes happen a little further down the road than we are expecting. So what I would suggest is that you stay on your path, but don't overreach and don't get frustrated, okay? Because things come on their time, not yours, not mine, okay? So don't get frustrated. You're doing okay.
And trust the process.
Mm-hmm.
Trust
Yes.
your process. This is all a part of it, right?
That's right.
We have a quick question from Valerie. Has she met her twin flame?
Valerie, you have not yet met your twin flame.
I think this is the same Valerie. She wants to know if she's an empath.
Valerie, are you an empath? Yes, you are. And I once had somebody actually say to me, how do I become an empath? Can you train me? Well, there's no training for an empath, okay? You either are or you aren't. And Valerie, if you are feeling what other people are feeling, if when somebody gives you unhappy or unsettled news, if it stays with you almost as if that news belonged to you, then you are indeed an empath. Ed is saying you are. Now, if you are definitely an empath, you need to build some protection around you, because you could pick up everybody's good and bad energy and drive yourself crazy. Okay?
Kyanite, tourmaline, great crystals to help with that. Kyanite protects your own energy field, your aura, your special bubble, and it's also really good for busy people. And tourmaline is just the ultimate psychic protection crystal that there is. Valerie says that she feels a pull to help people, and she wants to know if that's valid.
Yes, it's very
Of
valid.
course.
Very valid. Now, that doesn't necessarily make you an empath, but it does make you somebody who wants to help others. And that's good. You don't necessarily have to feel their pain to help them with their pain. So, yes, I would look into life coaching. I would look into any kind of holistic help, Reiki, okay? I would look into anything like that as a way for you to express your desire to help others. All of these things help others to help themselves. And that's really what you want to get at.
It's true. Being a healer, there's a term called the wounded healer. And anybody who facilitates healing for someone else, it's not Sunny is healing you. She helps activate the processes already within you. So she facilitates your healing. It's not your responsibility or Sunny's responsibility or my responsibility to heal. We just want to support and hold space for people's own personal paths with healing. And that's what it is. And when we're a wounded healer, we've worked on ourselves. We've worked on our stuff. And most of the time, people are attracted to us with similar things that we've gone through.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So there's enough areas of healing that everything could be addressed.
You will not find, to the best of my knowledge and my experience, you will not find a single reader who would make you feel guilty or less of a person because of your experiences, because we've probably all been through it ourselves or know someone who's been through it.
Absolutely.
So please do not ever feel like I really wanted to talk to somebody but I'm ashamed. Please, there's nothing that you, first of all, everything's said in confidence, okay? There's nothing that you can say to us that would shock or surprise or amaze us, because we probably have been there more times than you can imagine.
Yes, and she's a wise Sicilian, okay? This is a very special breed of woman. And at Vision Quest, we're here about empowerment. When people come and get readings, this isn't to scare you. It isn't to, put fear into your heart. This is about empowerment and about you living that beautiful, bright, true to yourself way. Yeah? All right. So we have Michael. Michael's question is, will his career work with his current relationship?
Well, Ed says yes, but I'm getting a feeling, and I will pull some cards here. Yes, it will, but I'm going to tell you, Michael, what you need to do to make sure it does work, and that is keep the lines of communication open. Make sure that you are not spending more time on your career than you're spending on your significant other. Make sure that the significant other is treated like a partner in your life as opposed to just being an also-ran. Most significant others will highly endorse someone's career, even if it means a lot of traveling. But they want to just feel like they're a part of things, that they're important, and that they're not just somebody you say hello, good morning to, and good night, and have dinner with maybe occasionally. Make them a part of your life. Make them a part of the work process. And I don't think you will have any problems at all. Keep those lines of communication open.
Great. And I just want to respond to Bertha. Bertha, this question that you just put on our Facebook Live would be a wonderful question to call in and have a private phone reading or come in person to really get into it. Okay? Just going to throw that out there. So we have Susie. Susie is moving out. She wants to know if she's going to move out and be alone or with roommates.
Ooh, well, Susie, you are going to move out, most definitely. Are you going to be alone? No, you're going to have some roommates, at least to get started with. Okay? Now, that's not to say, I never say never, so it's not to say that you will only have roommates for the rest of your existence. You'll move out, you'll have roommates, it'll be a great way for you to feel secure on your feet, but I think eventually, as you and your roommates grow, I think you will start looking at getting a place of your own. And that's perfectly fine too. I think that the roommate situation is going to be a good one for you, especially since you are moving out.
I love being on my own.
Yes.
So it's good to work towards.
Yes.
I wouldn't have been so comfortable on my own if I hadn't lived with people before.
Yeah.
So it's always nice. And every once in a while you get to eat their cheese. All right, so we have Stephanie. She wants to know what July looks like for her animal business.
Oh, Stephanie, take the money and run. It looks good. Business is going to pick up, and I'm going to tell you something. Stephanie, you're going to wish for the days when things were quieter. Your business is going to take off. Now, right now I'm seeing you watching every penny. Very smart, okay? Don't overspend, but buy what you need for the business. What I am seeing is that there's peaks and valleys. There may be a time when you kind of feel like you're on the outside looking in, but you love what you do. And when you love what you do, the money will follow. So I'm telling you to not let that one little glitch in the road stop you this summer. You're going to have a fabulous summer, and you're going to do very, very well with the pet business. No problem at all.
I want to know what the pet business is. That's curious. I love fur babies.
I'm getting a feeling that she may be either a groomer or a dog or a walker. You know, a someone who takes care of
Pet sitter?
Pet sitter, thank you.
A pet sitter? I don't know. I just made that up. Is that the proper term?
Old.
More wise, Sunny. You are getting more wise every day.
No, I'm getting old.
Okay. All right. So we have Maggie. She's concerned about her son. She's wondering, will he find the right path? Will he find his true calling?
Maggie, yes, he will. You've done good by him, Maggie. He's got to find his own way, though. He will find a calling. He seems to be at a standstill right now, but he knows well what he needs to do. And I'm getting that you're very worried. I'm going to make a suggestion. I don't have my saint cards here, but I'm going to make a suggestion. Saint Monica was a saint who prayed to God constantly to change her son. Her son was like the bad boy of the Middle Ages. I mean, he was just, you name it, he did it. Illegitimate children, drinking, carousing, robbing. I mean, he was just a nightmare. And she used to pray every day to God to please change his heart. And God heard her prayer. Boy, did he make a change. He is now St. Augustine. St. Augustine, the doctor of the Catholic Church, the philosopher, the theologian, the bishop, okay? So when God changes, he doesn't just do it halfway, he does it all the way. So I'm sure that if you ask for help, you'll get it. And I see that you've done a good job with your son, and it's going to end up just fine. He needs to find himself. You can't do that for him. You've done a good job raising him. Now let him find his true path and make you proud of him.
Oh, that's sweet. So Zahara wants to know what device is in the pendulum. And it's not a device. It's Sunny's spirit guide, Ed. We've mentioned him a few times throughout this live video, and he is like a spirit helper. He helps get the information, and his energy kind of goes into the crystal, okay? And this pendulum board right here is like filled with answers. So one says yes, one says no, one says money, one says love. It's always about money and love, right? So I'm just kidding. And so what device is in your pendulum?
It's Ed.
It's Ed.
What the pendulum is, okay, is I call it my cell phone to the other side. Ed does not need this talking board to talk to me. In fact, we used to drive people nuts at Bank of America because I'd go out on my lunch hour. That's where I worked. And Ed and I would chit-chat because I had a pendulum for him. This is his pendulum, his work pendulum. And he operates it. Right now, he's saying yes. Ed, you want to demonstrate what no is? Back and forth is no. What is maybe? Maybe is a sideways glance. And what is, you know what? You're too nosy for words, and I'm not going to tell you. And he stops dead.
He's like, nope.
No.
You shall not pass.
No. So, I mean, and that's what my class is going to be on. I'm going to have a mini class, which is free. And then we're going to have a bigger class later on, I believe at the end of July, beginning of August, where we're going to talk about the pendulum. We're going to do an hour and 45 minutes. We're going to do 45 minutes on the pendulum. No, it's an hour and a half class. We're going to do 45 minutes on the pendulum and 45 minutes on candles and incense. And you can change a lot of energy. Trust me, there's some broken golf carts out there. And you can change a lot of energy by using candles and using proper incense. So we're going to go over that too. We're going to teach you a little of the Strega magic. So
oh yes.
Yeah, so but it's all for the good. Okay, you don't do this to hurt anybody. You don't do this to harm anybody. And let me just make one thing clear. Whatever we do, it's a person's karma that makes it happen. If you have done something negative to somebody, we Stregas believe that you'll get it back sevenfold. And so, if you've done something bad to someone, and all of a sudden your golf cart breaks, hey, you could say it's me, and I could take the credit for it. But the truth of the matter is, maybe it's your bad karma. Maybe you should look in the mirror. So
that has a lot to do with personal responsibility.
Absolutely.
So it's like choosing wisely and choosing for yourself, and not for the greatest and highest good of everybody, but also the greatest and highest good for you.
Yes, absolutely.
And working with a pendulum, you might not have a spirit who works with you in the pendulum. You might be working with the spirit of the crystal. And when you're working with flame, right? Flame consumes and it's transformative. So these are just tools and other ways to work with it. And Vision Quest, for people who just tuned in, is a metaphysical bookstore in Phoenix. We enjoy doing the Facebook Lives to get questions answered and for people to get to experience our readers. And today we have Sunny. And Sunny, what days do you work?
I work Sunday all day from 10 to 5. And then I work on Monday from noon until 6. I work Tuesday from 10 until 6 and Wednesday 10 until 6.
Great. And we also have a really huge psychic fair coming up. Now, this is one of the big ones. We're only do this twice a year. And on July 14th and 15th is going to be our giant psychic fair where we have the free lectures, which is what we were talking about. So you can always call in. And our number is 480-949-1888 to just put your name in for the course to reserve your spot. I think we have a little bit of time to do just a few more questions. So, Zahara wants to know, is she on the right business path? She seems to be splitting her time up and partially onto this new business. Is this conducive to positivity?
No. No. What is going on with that is that you can't serve two masters. And what I'm getting is that you are really sacrificing your focus. Now, if you're doing it for just a short period of time to get, say, a business up and running, that's fine, okay? But keep in mind that when you take time away from one thing, you set it back a little bit, okay? So what I am getting here is that there's going to be a time in the next 4 to 5 months when you're going to look at yourself and say, I'm pooped, okay? I'm trying to do too many things. And at that point in time, I want you to refocus and re-look at everything that is laid out in front of you and see where you need to maybe cut back on the full-time job to get the other job up and running, or maybe limit the other job to just certain hours. When I was first starting out to do this publicly, because I've been doing this a long time for just family and very close friends, because I'm of a generation where they used to whisper, oh, look at that, she does that sort of thing. Okay, so when I wanted to start this business up, I would come home in the evening and maybe do an hour or two. But if I didn't feel like it, or if I was wiped from my full-time job, I had to let it go. Now, I'm sure I set myself back, but sometimes you have to do that. You got to put bread on the table. So I am telling you that, yes, it's not going to work. You're going to get to a point where it's just not going to work in your best interest. Something is going to have to give. And so I want you, when you get to that point, to start looking at where you can cut back. Do you think you can maybe work part-time instead of full-time so you concentrate more on the business? Do you think maybe you can do the business a little less time than you started out to? So I'm going to just let you know that eventually, within 5 to 6 months, you're going to get to the point where you need to reevaluate the entire situation.
That's good. Revamping and putting yourself first is always good. So we have one more question. Okay, we have Sarah. Sarah's wondering any guidance in her love life.
Your love life is really terrible. Sarah, you poor thing. You're at a real standstill. And you're up nights worrying. You know what, Sarah? You're worrying for no reason. I see somebody coming into your life. This is going to be somebody who's got their act together. They're coming in 5 to 6 months. They're going to give the cup of love unconditionally. But Sarah, let me tell you something. You may walk right by this person, because this person is going to be about 3 years younger than you. Chronologically, not mentally. That's very important. This person is very sincere, and this person is going to be someone you haven't met yet. But you are going to meet them sometime around the holiday season. So anytime from Thanksgiving to New Year's, you're going to run into this person. And don't walk away just because the person's a little younger. This person's got a good head on their shoulders. They're going to be Pisces, Virgo, or Taurus, and they are definitely looking for someone who's got some smarts. They want somebody that they can talk to and have a good time with and enjoy. That's you.
Yes, I get that. I get that from you too, that she's inquisitive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that not many people have, is that you have kind of this thirst for education and knowledge. So I think we do too.
Yes.
One of the things that we're always doing here is, and working in this line of work, is we're constantly looking at ourselves introspectively and learning and practicing and doing the work, lighting the candles, being in reverent moments at the full moon, playing with crystals, teaching classes, giving thanks to spirit guides, setting time at home for ourselves alone, setting time for our partners and our loved ones. And in this thing called life, Vision Quest couldn't be more happy to just be a support to you and help empower you in whatever it is that you do. And I couldn't be more happy for Sunny. She whipped through these questions. Okay, I was just giving them to her. I was like, next. So I hope that everyone, from all of the responses, everyone is so grateful. So thank you, Sunny.
Thank you.
Yes.
You remember, we are not God, and we do not play God. We do not do God's job for him. He does a great job all by himself. He really doesn't need any of us. What we do is help you help yourself. Give you the encouragement, give you the tools to move forward, to find your purpose and your place in the journey. That's what we do. And I bless all of you. Namaste to those of you who took my Reiki class. And God bless all of you very, very much. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. So I'm going to do the awkward thing and get up and turn off the button. Vision Quest is open 7 days a week except on Thanksgiving, New Year's, and Christmas.
And Easter.
Thank you. Just a couple days a year we close our doors. We're always here. We have psychic readers every day of the week. Sunny works Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. And we just want to send out a big blessing to all of you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're gonna go.